DC Nation, what is up? We're back with another video on Superman and Lois Season 2. And today we're checking out the season finale, episode 15, titled Waiting for Superman. And yeah, guys, I didn't do a recap in the intro, but basically, Bizarro World and our world are merging. Allie's growing all-powerful. Superman doesn't have his powers. Everybody's waiting on him, waiting for Superman to save the day. And yeah, that's all we need to know going into the finale.
Turning us all into, I don't know what. And I can also confirm that for the first time in 20 years,
dude,
we can't wait for Superman to save us.
We can't wait for Superman to save us.
Twin. So, I urge.
She called it Allie a parasite.
Please, stay home. Be with your loved ones.
Yeah. Pray for America. Here we go.
Hi, it's Lois.
I will say, they didn't actually have a recap. I thought that was going to be the recap, but it was just Chrissy. Man, straight to the logo. Great intro. Catches you up. Chrissy delivering the news.
Still not answering.
This is high stakes.
So, did Dad say where he was going?
Oh man, I'm ready. Let's go. Rose about to throw Superman into the sun. Look at that sun.
This is gonna work. I've never been more unsure about anything.
The music too. Epic.
Well, you always were the impulsive one. Should this be our final farewell, well, I want you to know.
What you gonna tell him, Salro? They truly are brothers now. Like, just the character development, like the dynamic between them.
Good luck, brother.
Go for it, let's go. Man, dude, that shot of him going into the sun, that was so cool. Let's go, Superman. Whoa. Dude, holy crap, this is epic, man. Oh my gosh. Dude, holy crap, dude, the visuals, just everything coming apart and the world's merging is epic, but it's time for Superman. Whoa, okay, the steals are okay. Superman is back. Yeah! Dude, I just want to see him, man. He's glowing. It's Superman. They were waiting for Superman. He has arrived. Oh, hell yeah. Heck yeah. Dude, he was glowing and the cape flapping. Heck yeah, let's go. Dude, this is so epic. Come on. Beat Allie. Beat the parasites. Come on.
Take some more.
Take some more. Oh yeah. It's too much. Oh wow. Dude, he might not even have to punch her. Like, this is just messing her up. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, and they separate just like that. Dude, just the glowing Superman symbol. It ain't Superman 1 million, but it's the closest we're going to get. Epic. Nice. Yeah.
Keep them apart.
Bro, that is... Come on. Come on. Hey, oh my gosh. Dude, he's doing the circle. He's doing the circle around the world. Bro. Let's go! Come on, Superman! Just the look and the music! Whoa! That image right there! Holy crap! Whoa! What a finale! Holy dang! I had not... This finale delivered. Alright, we still got like, holy crap, we still got like 15 minutes left, and we just got all that. Like, there wasn't actually like, oh man, Superman, he's back. Just the superhero landing, yeah, clap. That's my guy. The great Superman, the finest Superman. Okay.
Think the crystal might have expired or something?
No, waits for it. Whoa, yeah! New Fortress of Solitude in the middle of the ocean. Awesome! Ah, yeah! Dude, they're setting Season 3 up in a perfect way here. Awesome! Not a fortress in the Arctic, but in the ocean, yeah. Dang. Whoa. Okay. I'm cool with that ending. Now, do we get end credit scene? Please tell me there's an end credit. Okay. I'm gonna stick to the end. It's a season finale. There's gotta be an end credit. Like, if that's the ending, I'm cool with it, because they did set up some things, Inter-Gang, and now they got Fortress in the ocean, which is awesome. But, come on. End credit.
Move your head.
Okay. That's it? Alright. I thought there was gonna maybe an end credit, but, dude. Awesome episode. Really good episode. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, guys, getting to the review portion of this finale, I first want to talk about something that's been talked about a lot and is really the biggest news of this finale. And that news being that Superman Lois is set on an entirely different world than the Arrowverse. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys saw my reaction, but in my first viewing, dude, I missed it. I just heard it was in the scene where Sam Lane, and I had an idea, because there's reports saying that, oh, Superman Lois is not on, in the Arrowverse, it's revealed in the finale. I saw something like that, I'm like, okay, that's kind of a spoiler, but I didn't think, I thought it was gonna be like a cliffhanger, like an end credit scene. That's why you guys saw me my reaction being like, alright, is there an end credit? Because I thought that's what it's gonna be. And when it ended, I had to go back and be like, okay, where did they say that? Like, am I tripping? Like, where'd they say that? And then it was actually in the Sam Lane scene where Jonathan and Jordan are freaking out. The Bizarre World version of Lois is just looking on. Superman and Sal Rowe have went to the sun, and Clark, Superman, has been thrown into the sun, and Sam talks about how he believes in Superman. Superman is still hoping, and he says these lines right here. I got it right here, guys. I've been working for the DoD for a long time. I've seen things you would not believe. Glimpses of other worlds and the leagues of superheroes, I like that, they have on them. And even though we only have your father on this planet, thank God that we do, because he's the finest of any Earth. And okay, when I heard this in the episode, I remember him just saying, okay, because he's the finest on this Earth. And me just being so hyped to invest in the episode, be like, yeah, Superman is the greatest superhero of all time. He's the Man of Steel, the Man of Tomorrow. Like, he is the finest. But it went over my head, guys. I did not, even really hear that part where he's like, oh, Superman, your father, he says, your father is the only one we have on this planet, so that confirms that this world only has Superman. It's not in the Arrowverse. Because Sam Lane would have said, oh yeah, we had Arrow, like Oliver Queen, the Spectre at one point, we got the Flash, we got Supergirl. Nah, he didn't say none of that. Now, my thoughts on this is, okay, I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, this sucks, like the crossover potential. My opinion, okay, first off, I don't really watch The Flash as much anymore. I kind of just watch, highlights of episodes, because The Flash is really falling off, at least for me. I loved the show back then, but Season 7 was not good, and Season 8 started out good with Armageddon, but then the Deathstorm arc, where they brought back Robbie Amell, that honestly, some people said that was really good, and I like Deathstorm's, his design, it looked cool, but it was not that good. And honestly, a lot of times with the Arrowverse nowadays, ever since Crisis ended and Arrow ended, it's just been a lot of false hope. Like, okay, maybe crossovers will happen, and maybe big things will happen. And there was a recent comic book, Earth Prime, which I'm almost done with reading. I like skimmed through the final issue. I'm going to read it like fully, because I will be having a video coming out later this week talking about that Earth Prime mini-series. That is pretty cool. It's a cool comic book. I don't want to talk about it. But in that series, you got like Oliver Queen, the Spectre. He returns. And one thing, okay, Oliver returning, Spectre, Flash, all these characters together sounds epic, but again, that's a comic book, and I just don't see it happening on the CW. The CW is pretty much done with superheroes, in my opinion. I know you're gonna say, oh, Stargirl, they just showed a trailer for season 3 coming out. Yeah, that got me excited. I saw that trailer. It was more like a teaser. Just, you know, Starman coming back, looks dope, and Stargirl's amazing series. But right now, Stargirl and Superman and Lois, before this episode, before this finale, I kind of just saw them as, okay, they're in the Arrowverse, but they're not really connected. Like, they're in the Arrowverse, but not really. Like, they don't really cross over that much, other than the comics. With the comics, it's easy to cross over. Where on TV, it's a lot harder, budget, and I just don't see the CW doing anything like that. After The Flash ends, the Arrowverse, in my opinion, is officially over, because Legends is done, Batwoman is done, and in all honesty, I'm kind of happy that Superman and Lois, and I'm hoping Stargirl event, like Stargirl's been confirmed that it is, but the fact that Superman and Lois is not in the Arrowverse, it opens up so much potential for the show. This show going on season 3, season 4, season 5 can do anything. They don't have to worry about other Superman villains that have showed up on Supergirl or other shows and stuff, or on Stargirl. Like, they could use any DC villain they want and reinvent it in the show's own way. Like, the showrunner can do anything now, and that leaves so much potential. It can lead to some epic things, because I really feel like these first 2 seasons, well, not really, but like, if they were in the Arrowverse, it kind of feels like limited. Like, okay, Superman and Lois has to go around what's been happening in the Arrowverse, where now it doesn't, it can do anything. And for people talking about, oh, crossover potential, in my opinion, Batwoman, not that great of a show. Legends wasn't that good after season 3. And I know there are fans of those shows, but this is my opinion. I loved Legends up to season 3. Season 4, 5, I dropped off. I did not enjoy it, and I didn't watch it onward. Like, I did not like it. Batwoman, watch season 1. Okay. Season 2, you got Ryan Wilder, and she was alright, but the writing was still not good. So not really a great show. Supergirl, best season was season 3, and then after Crisis, it was just not that good. Like, Lex was carrying that show, so not that great of a show either. And I was Naomi, didn't check it out. I wasn't really interested. So really, the Arrowverse now in Flash, not that great anymore. They just keep bringing back Reverse Flash every now and then, just for random reasons. Like, well, not random, but it's just they're bringing him back too much, and he doesn't really feel intimidating anymore. At least to me. Remember, this is my opinion, guys. If you're fans of those shows, I respect it. That's awesome. You can still enjoy them. But for me, I don't really enjoy them anymore. So for Superman and Lois to be in the Arrowverse, it would kind of been like, okay, one great show trying to lift the others. And I feel like that would have limited Superman and Lois, where now, with it being out of the Arrowverse on its own, there's so much potential, and I love the idea. Alright, so, other than those 30 seconds of Sam Lane just talking about that, and that was the big news, this whole finale was amazing. Like, guys, this finale delivered everything I wanted. Like, we got epic action, and there wasn't really, okay, when Superman... Oh, let's talk about this. Superman going into the sun, being thrown into the sun. So cool. And when he was flying through it, it gave me vibes of like Superman, All-Star Superman a little bit, but really Superman 1,000,000. Like, I really thought he was gonna be fully golden, which he wasn't, but he was still glowing. Like, the logo was glowing, he was all powerful, and he took out Alley like that. It was so cool. When he came back, the music, and Alley, okay, Alley was kind of one of the weaker parts of the season. She's a weak villain. I'm happy she's done. And the idea, okay, she's alone, but now she can be with herself from another world. That was good. Like, they wrapped up her character well, but I still didn't really like her character. Like, Tal-Rho was the Eradicator was a way better villain last season compared to the Parasite this season. So I hope we get a better villain next season, and I'll talk about some villain like name drops they had in this episode, Sue and Diggle. But back to Superman going to the sun, and he came, beat Alley, which is great. But then when he flew around the world and everyone being like, Superman's back, we've been waiting on him and he's here. And guys, okay, waiting on Superman being the title of the episode. We didn't hear the Daughtry song, which I was fine with. It would not fit, but I still love the title. It fit perfectly. The cinematography in this episode was top notch, and when Superman like hit the ground and you got that awesome shot of him just yelling, it gave me chills. A lot of moments in this episode gave me chills. Like, there's a lot of wholesome moments too, like John Henry Irons and his daughter Natalie almost dying, them helping each other out, Natalie going to save her father. That gave me chills. Joy and Jonathan thinking their father's dead, Lois being alone on Bizarro World. It actually made sense. I like how they had her alone, and later in the episode she confronted Allie in the cell, like Allie's now been apprehended, and Lois talking about being alone. She understands it. That was great. It's like great writing there. The writing in this episode was really good. Wrapped up everything very well, and I honestly feel like this show, okay, season 1 I feel like it's better than season 2 just because they have a great villain, Tal-Rho. For this season, Parasite was weaker, but I feel like the writing is overall better. If that makes sense, like the writing's better than season 1, but the villain was lacking. So imagine next season, season 3, they actually get an awesome villain who's better than Tal-Rho, better than Parasite by a large margin, just someone huge. I'm not, like, I could go into how many villains, Superman villains I want to show up, but we'll see. But if they could have like a really awesome villain, and you have this type of writing, season 3 can definitely be the best. Because I feel like season 1 was amazing. This season was great. Not amazing, because I feel like there's some kind of like stalling. Well, okay, the story kept moving, but there's some moments that are kind of dragging. And the villain, Ali Alston, Parasite, was just okay. Like, towards the end, I was just like, defeat her. Come on. Like, that was really what I wasn't really invested in her character. But for next season, if you actually get a villain that I get super invested in, we could have a masterpiece season. I could really see that. But something that was the masterpiece, Superman coming out of the sun, glowing logo, him hitting the ground, like just the visuals there. Like the visuals in this episode, the cinematography, top notch, like the best visuals we see in the show yet. And I mentioned Tal-Rho, who's a villain last season, but now he had a redemption arc this entire season. He's now becoming like a hero. He's hanging out with his brother. He got Jonathan and Jordan trucks at the end. I love that. Like, certain details in this episode, him wearing his suit, like Tal-Rho was amazing this episode. And when he went up and almost got killed by Ali Alston, I was worried. I'm happy he survived. And that scene where Jordan actually saved him was epic. Really well done, well directed. And yeah, I'm happy Tal-Rho is really involved now. Like, he's no longer a villain. He's with the heroes. He really reminds me, like, okay, Goku and Vegeta. Goku like Superman, and the Vegeta Tal-Rho. Like Tal-Rho being a villain at first, but then joining Superman's cause, and they're together. Like, that gets me excited. Now, I hope Tal-Rho doesn't eventually die. I feel like next season, it would be the perfect opportunity to kill him. If you wanted to have like a villain show up and show how formidable they are, killing Tal-Rho would be the best choice, but I don't want that to happen. Like, he's such a great character. He's my favorite on this entire show. Next up, John Henry Irons. Like, they're both great characters. Like, man, how those characters were developed, I did not expect the Eradicator and Steel to be developed into such awesome characters in the show. So, well done to the writers, the actors. The actors in this episode were phenomenal, especially Tyler Hoechlin. He is my Superman. He proved it, especially this season. Just him embodying hope. And I like the tagline at the end of the episode, the man tomorrow. How they did that, just the writing there. And actually, speaking of who made that tagline, like said that tagline, Lana, Kyle, the Cushing family. They had some great development in this episode. They did have some of the weaker storylines this season, but how it all came together made it all worth it. And I'm excited to see Lana continue to be mayor next season. For Sarah and Jordan, the relationship well developed, great. Candace and Jonathan, good as well. We'll see if Candace gets developed more though. And Sam Lane, awesome as always. He's a great character. And I know he's gonna be known for that one line talking about Superman and Lois not being in the Arrowverse, basically. But I'm gonna know him as just a great character who's great actor behind the character. He's involved. He's just dynamic with Lucy. Lucy actually did show up a lot, but this episode concluded her arc well. But just how Sam Lane interacts with Lois and Lucy, and how he believes in Superman. Like, he's like, Superman's hope. He will save the world. He's the finest. The man tomorrow, the man of steel. But yeah, going to the end of the episode, we have John Henry Irons meet up with Diggle. Diggle made his appearance, and he talked about Intergang. I'm excited to see them next season, especially, I forgot the guy's name. Diggle name dropped the main leader of Intergang, and that tells me Intergang will show up, and I think they'll be villains for like the beginning of the season, but I think there'll be a bigger villain for season 3, like for sure. But yeah, guys, Diggle showing up. It's a different Diggle, obviously. Like, it's not the Diggle from the Arrowverse, which I do like. Like, this Diggle is different. It's written well. As for the Diggle in the Arrowverse, in The Flash, they concluded his whole Green Lantern storyline with him refusing to take it up. He met with Reverse Flash, and my whole thoughts on that is they should not let us on for 2 years. They should have just wrapped up Diggle's whole marriage story arc in the Arrow finale, because that scene in The Flash, like where he refuses, he's all about family, it concludes Diggle's arc very well. Like, okay, yeah, he got divorced with Lila, got back together, and he chooses family over being a superhero now. Like, that's good. Like, that's good character arc, and it stays true to Diggle's character, but it ain't Green Lantern. It's not what we all want. I would rather they did that whole, like, Diggle's marriage arc, his whole arc of Arrow conclude in the Arrow finale, instead of teasing this whole Green Lantern possibility for 2 years. Like, 2.5 years. Like, that's a long time. And my thoughts on the whole thing is, okay, the box is basically the fans being like, okay, we want Green Lantern, we want it. But then Diggle is basically the showrunners being like, nah, Diggle is his own character, so Diggle's gonna refuse it. He's like, I don't want to be John Stewart. I'm John Diggle. Diggle and John Stewart are totally different characters, and that ring that Diggle refused to take, basically go on cosmic odysseys, and that journey he refused to go on, he chose to stay with his family, that ring is now going to go out to John Stewart somewhere in the universe, somewhere in the Arrowverse, and there you go. That's where that ring goes to. John Stewart will become a Green Lantern off screen. We won't see it, but that's basically my thoughts. I like Diggle and John Stewart, totally different characters. The Arrowverse, all the showrunners let us on for a while, which it was good in Arrow. Like, got us hyped and I liked it, but they should not teased it in the other Arrowverse shows for so many years. Now, I know there's some people, oh, they had to do it to get us hyped for when Diggle would show up in other shows, and we got to see Diggle in other shows because of this Green Lantern arc. No, you didn't have to do that. Like, you didn't have to have a Green Lantern arc. You could have just had Diggle show up in the shows, like, for better reasons, not just, alright, we want to see this Green Lantern arc more. And honestly, though, that whole Green Lantern arc got me to watch some of the other shows like Batwoman again and Legends, and I didn't want to watch those shows again. Like, I dropped off and to tune back in for no progress in the Green Lantern arc. Disappointing. Like, that whole arc is not that great, but I like the idea of just that Diggle and John Stewart are different characters, and just this whole arc is what the showrunners, what everyone involved in the Arrowverse want to say about the character. Now, Diggle will be in the upcoming Justice U spin-off, well, not spin-off, but just the Justice U show. I'm excited for that because Diggle is one of the best characters in the Arrowverse. He deserves to have good writing and good story. I hope he continues to show up in Superman Lois for season 3. So when he does show up, his interactions with John Henry Irons is awesome. And it'd be great to have Diggle and John Henry, like, just together in, like, a subplot next season going up against the Intergang, trying to find out what happened to the original John Henry Irons. Like, that's interesting. I like that. Now, for the final scene in the episode, we see Clark take his family, the Kents, out to the ocean, and he shows them a new Fortress of Solitude where they all can hang out. And that was so good. A good ending, good conclusion, nice and wholesome. This whole finale was very wholesome with a tad bit of epicness, especially when Superman came out of the sun, just going through the world, taking out Ali Alston. Like, man, what a good finale. I think it shouldn't be overshadowed by that whole Superman Lois not being the Arrowverse thing. I know everybody's talking about that, but push that to the side. Let's actually commend the show for making a great finale, wrapping up loose ends, and getting us hyped for season 3. And yeah, that's why I'm gonna give this finale a 9.5 out of 10. I really liked it, and obviously my favorite part of the episode is just Superman pointing at Superman 1 million, DC 1 million, him going in the sun, coming out of it, glowing. Like, that is, man, that is just so cool. Like, I'm definitely gonna rewatch that scene many times. You already know, I'm gonna be watching that a lot. But yeah, guys, some of your thoughts on this episode down below. What you think about it? What do you think about Superman and Lois not being in the Arrowverse? What do you think about this finale in general? What are your theories for season 3? And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up on your channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my reactions to season 3 of Superman and Lois coming at the end of this year. Superman and Lois, or no, next year. Next year, 2023, Superman and Lois will be returning for season 3, and I'll definitely be reacting it. You already know, guys. I'll be reacting to every episode of that season. I'm invested in the show, and I'm loving it. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and peace out.